So you want to learn how to cast a fly rod in the wind. If you're going to be doing any saltwater fishing, I highly recommend it. Let's be honest, saltwater fishing with the fly rod is one of the most exhilarating things you can do on the water. It is a hunt, it is visual, and when you make that perfect cast to that fish that eats and you win on that hunt, there is absolutely nothing like it. It's fantastic.
Perfect. Strip, strip, strip. Did he eat it? There we go. There we go. Yeah, baby, he came up there. Woo! That's a big fish.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Familiar Waters and FWFishing.com. I am Mike Pulaski, as you can see, former 11-year pro quarterback and the host here at Familiar Waters. In this video, we're going to talk to you about how you cast when the wind is blowing, the different shots and the different strategies you can use. When things are happening out there on the salt, they happen quick. And so you want to be ready, you want to be prepared, and you want to be able to take your shot right now. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell. That way you get notified. We have a whole bunch of entertainment on here in terms of great fishing days. We try to teach as part of everything that we do in terms of content. I'm a coach at heart. I love to coach. I love to teach people to get better at their craft. I coach young quarterbacks all the time, coach college quarterbacks, and I love to see people improve. And so that's why we started FWFishing.com and Familiar Waters, is because we want to help you improve at this sport that we absolutely love. It is a fantastic sport. When you get better at it, you enjoy it more, you share it with more people, and it becomes a community. And that's what we're trying to build here. But right now, let's hit the water on the deck of a boat in Tampa, and I want to teach you how to cast a fly rod in the wind. For all you flats freaks out there, you know if you're going to be fishing saltwater, you're going to be casting into the wind. And there's a couple things you have to remember. First thing is, the most important thing when you're casting in the wind is line speed, generating line speed, meaning you're going to have to flex that rod. But you don't want to change your style. You want to have smooth power, and you want to get that tip moving at the end. So think about the wind in four directions. You have wind in your face, wind at your back, wind to your right side, or wind to your left side. I'm a right-handed caster. So for me, the easiest wind for me to cast into would be a wind that hits me from my left side, right here, left shoulder. In that case, all I have to do is you drop that fly out there. It's naturally going to be taken away from your body. You make a cast, you put it out to the side, and you just cast like you would cast. Line gets carried out, and you drop it where you want. Simple. Wind coming from my left shoulder because I'm a right-hand caster, that's the easiest wind. The toughest wind that you're going to have to fight is a wind that's coming off your casting shoulder, the arm that you hold the rod in. So for me as a right-hander, a wind coming into my right. And sometimes you just can't get around that. If you can move the boat, if you can maybe angle different, that'll help. But if you can't get around it, you can throw the backhand cast and just throw it like you threw it with the wind coming to your left shoulder. Same thing backhand, or you can just turn the rod and throw it like you're throwing over your right shoulder and throw it straight down. Solves that problem, generate that line speed. Remember, you have to double haul on all these casts. The next wind, of course, is the wind at your back. This one is also pretty easy. What you have to make sure when the wind's at your back is that you're throwing a good back cast, because that's where your line's gonna stop. If I'm throwing with the wind at my back, I'm gonna drive that cast back. I'm gonna try to open up my loop going forward. Again, good haul on the back, and then open up that loop, and the wind's just gonna carry that line out. Makes it simple going forward as long as you present a proper back cast to start. And the last one is with the wind in your face. If you're casting directly with the wind in your face, this is when it's of utmost importance to get that line speed going. This is when your double haul really comes in. You want to make sure that you're setting up that forward cast with a good proper back cast. You can wait because that wind will hold it back, and really haul on that forward cast. Throw a nice tight loop and drive it down onto the water surface. Those are the keys to casting in the wind. If you want to be a flats freak, you got to be able to throw when it's blowing, and that'll help you out. Don't forget to subscribe. We got all kinds of tips, tricks, techniques like this coming out. We're going to show you some new flies that we love to use on the water. We're going to be talking about different strategies that you can use to improve your fishing while you're out there. Also, don't forget to go to FWFishing.com. We have a blog up there, has all kinds of great instructional tips for you. Learn more about the sport that we love so you can be better at it. But those tricks should help you out next time you have a shot in the salt or even in a drift boat somewhere where the wind is blowing. We wanted to help you learn how to cast a fly rod in the wind, and if you need to, be able to cast a fly rod far in the wind so that you can take that perfect shot. I'm Mike Pulaski, and I will see you on the next piece of Familiar Waters.